Ashtavakra Gita, Chapter 16, Self-Abidance. Even gods cannot wake you if you won't open your eyes. 15 chapters have passed. The student has become the master. The seeker has become the found. Brahman, the absolute reality, has been pointed to, not as a concept, but as direct experience. But the sage knows even the highest truth must be made practical. Even the clearest pointing must be accompanied by guidance. Today, Ashtavakra will give specific instructions for self-abidance, practical wisdom for those who still feel themselves separate. Ashtavakra approaches through the garden. He moves like the evening light, golden, gentle, inevitable. His crooked form seems to straighten in this light, as if wisdom itself has no shape.
You sit in silence, King. No thoughts, no efforts, no seeking.
What is there to seek, Gurudev? The seeker has dissolved. Only seeking remains, and even that is just the self, playing.
And yet, for those who still feel themselves separate, for those still struggling on the path, there must be instructions. Practical guidance for self-abidance.
Speak then, Gurudev. Let the words be like stepping stones for those still crossing the river.
A scholar with many books, reading, studying, discussing. His face is tense with concentration. Beside him, a simple man sits in silence, at peace.
Let me begin with a truth that will shock the intellectuals. My son, you may speak many times in many ways upon the various scriptures or hear them, but you cannot get established in the self unless you forget all.
Unless you forget all, this is the hardest instruction for the learned.
The learned have spent years acquiring knowledge. They have memorized scriptures, studied philosophies, mastered arguments. And now I tell them, forget it all.
Not because the knowledge is false, but because it has become a possession, another thing to cling to, another identity.
A boat that carried you across the river. On the other shore, you don't carry it on your head. You leave it and walk on.
The scriptures are the boat. They bring you to the other shore. But once you've arrived, you don't carry the boat. You leave it and walk on.
And the one who won't leave the boat
remains on the shore forever. The boat becomes his prison, not his freedom.
So forget all?
Not forget as in lose, forget as in release. Let the knowledge be there if needed, but don't carry it. Don't identify with it. Don't think I am the one who knows.
A man surrounded by every pleasure, rich food, beautiful companions, fine music, yet his eyes show a deep dissatisfaction, a longing for something more.
Now an observation about the nature of mind. O wise one, you may enjoy the world, or undertake work, or practice mental concentration, but your mind will still yearn for your own true nature, which is beyond all objects, and in which all desires are extinguished.
This is the secret that the worldly never understand.
They think satisfaction comes from getting what they want. They pursue pleasure, achievement, even spiritual experiences. And still, underneath, there is a yearning.
A yearning that nothing in the world can satisfy.
Because the yearning is not for something. It is the self, calling itself home. It is the ocean, remembering it's the ocean, even as it plays as waves.
A wave rising, falling, always returning to the ocean, never satisfied with being just a wave, because it is the ocean.
So the mind's true yearning is not for objects, it's for its own source.
And when that source is recognized, the yearning ends. Not because you've gotten something, because you've realized you never lacked anything.
Two people, one striving, struggling, exhausted, one at peace, effortless, fulfilled. Both do the same work, only the inner state differs.
Now, a simple observation, one that anyone can verify. Because they exert themselves, all are unhappy. But none knows this. Through this instruction alone, the Blessed One attains liberation.
Because they exert themselves, all are unhappy. This seems to contradict every worldly teaching.
The world says, strive, achieve, succeed. Then you'll be happy. But look at those who have strived most. Are they happy?
No, they're exhausted. They've climbed one mountain only to see another. They've achieved one goal only to find new desires.
A hamster on a wheel, running, going nowhere, never stopping to ask why.
The exertion itself is the problem, not the action, the sense of doership, the belief that I am doing this and it matters.
And the Blessed One
sees through this, acts but doesn't strive, works but doesn't exert, lets life flow through him without claiming it.
A man lying under a tree, doing nothing, completely at peace. People pass by, some scornful, some envious. He doesn't notice them.
Now, a description that will be misunderstood by the worldly. Happiness belongs to that master idler who feels distressed even at the effort of opening and closing his eyes. It belongs to none else.
Master idler. The world will mock such a one. They'll call him lazy, useless, a burden on society.
Let them. They don't understand.
What don't they understand?
They don't understand that this idleness is not laziness. It's the absence of unnecessary effort. It's acting only when action is natural, never forcing, never striving.
A cat sitting motionless, completely alert, completely at rest. When a mouse appears, it acts instantly, not from effort, but from nature.
Like a cat, it can sit for hours, utterly still, utterly alert. When action is needed, it acts, perfectly, effortlessly.
The master idler is not inactive. He's free from the compulsion to act. He doesn't do anything because he should. He does only what arises naturally.
A scale in perfect balance. No matter what is placed on either side, the pointer in the middle remains steady.
Now, a description of the free mind. When the mind is free from such pairs of opposites as this is done and this is not yet done, it becomes indifferent to righteousness, wealth, desire, and liberation.
This is done. This is not yet done. These thoughts torment the worldly.
They're always measuring, always comparing, always falling short. I should have done this. I haven't done that. I'm behind. I'm failing.
And the free mind
doesn't think in these terms. What's done is done. What's not done will be done or not. It doesn't matter. The mind rests in what is, not in what should be. And then it becomes indifferent, even to the four goals: righteousness, wealth, desire, liberation.
not because it rejects them, because it's beyond them, like a grown child indifferent to toys, not because toys are bad, but because they're no longer needed.
A lotus floating on water. The water touches it but doesn't wet it. The lotus is in the water but not of it.
Now, a subtle distinction. One who has aversion for sense objects is considered as not sensual, and one who covets them is sensual. But he who does not accept or reject is neither sensual nor not sensual.
Most people think spirituality means aversion to the world. They run from pleasure, reject sense objects, deny the body.
But aversion is just the other side of attachment. Both are forms of engagement.
The one who is truly free neither accepts nor rejects. Sense objects come. He doesn't push them away. They go, he doesn't pull them back. He is like the lotus in the water, but not wet by it.
A hand opening and closing. Both are movements. The truly free hand is neither open nor closed. It just is, ready for whatever comes.
This is the state beyond opposites, not choosing between them, being the space in which both appear.
A great tree with deep roots, spreading branches, countless leaves. The roots are invisible, but the whole tree depends on them.
Now, an image to contemplate. As long as desire, which is the root of the state of non-discrimination, exists, so long there will indeed be the sense of acceptance and aversion, which are the branch and sprout of the tree of samsara.
Desire is the root, invisible, underground, but feeding everything above.
From this root grows the trunk of non-discrimination, the inability to see clearly.
And from that trunk, branches of acceptance and aversion, likes and dislikes, attractions and repulsions.
And on those branches, countless leaves, all the thoughts, emotions, actions that make up the life of samsara.
A tree being uprooted, when the root is pulled, the whole tree falls.
So the solution is not to prune the branches or pick the leaves. The solution is to pull the root.
And the root is desire. Not this or that desire, desire itself. The sense that something is missing, that something outside will complete you.
A child playing, completely absorbed, completely free. When the game ends, he doesn't carry it with him. He just moves on to the next thing.
Now, a comparison that appears in all the scriptures. Activity begets attachment, and abstention from it generates aversion. The wise man is free from the pairs of opposites, like a child, and indeed is well established in the self.
Like a child, this is the highest praise and the most misunderstood.
People think it means childish, immature, irresponsible, foolish.
But it's the opposite. A child is not childish. A child is natural. He acts without pretense, without calculation, without the burden of past and future.
Watch a child at play. He laughs, he cries, he runs, he rests. Each moment is complete in itself. He doesn't carry yesterday's play into today. He doesn't worry about tomorrow's games.
Child building a sandcastle, then watching the waves take it. No regret, just wonder.
This is the state of the wise, not regressing to infancy, but returning to naturalness, acting without the weight of I am acting.
Two people in the same marketplace. One is stressed, grabbing, fearing. One is relaxed, observing, enjoying. Same place, different worlds.
Now, a distinction that clarifies everything. One who is attached to the world wants to renounce it in order to avoid its miseries. But one without attachment is free from sorrow and does not feel miserable even in the world.
This is crucial. The attached person thinks, if I could just get away from all this, I'd be free.
So he runs to the forest, to the monastery, to the cave. But his mind carries the world with him.
Because attachment is not about location, it's about identification. You can be in a cave and still be attached to your meditation, your peace, your identity as a renunciate.
And the one without attachment
Can be in the marketplace and be free, because freedom is not about where you are. It's about who you know yourself to be.
Lotus in the pond, in the water, not wet by it. The sage in the world, in it, not of it. A man wearing a sign that says, I am enlightened. The sign itself proves he's not.
Now a warning for the spiritually proud. He who has an ego sense even towards liberation, and he who considers even his body as his own, he is neither a jnani nor a yogin. He is merely a sufferer of misery.
Ego sense even towards liberation. This is the subtlest trap.
The seeker works for years, practices hard, finally has some glimpse. And then the ego says, I am liberated, I am enlightened, I am special.
And in that moment, bondage returns. The ego has simply put on new clothes.
True liberation is not something you have, it's something you are. And when you are it, you don't think about it. The sun doesn't think, I am shining. It just shines.
The sun, it doesn't announce itself, doesn't claim anything. It just gives light, and everything is illuminated.
And considers even his body as his own. As long as there is possessiveness towards the body, there is bondage.
Not that you abandon the body, you just stop claiming it. It's here, it's useful, it will go, but it's not yours.
3 gods, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, sitting before a student, ready to teach. The student looks at them, but his mind is full of his own thoughts.
Now the final verse of this chapter, a truth that every seeker must face. Even if Shiva, Vishnu, or the lotus-born creator, Brahma, be your instructor, yet, unless you forget all, you cannot achieve abidance in the self.
Even God cannot wake you if you won't open your eyes.
The teacher can point, can guide, can illuminate, but the seeing must be your own.
It's like someone trying to feed you while you keep your mouth closed. The food is there, the feeder is willing, but you must open.
Someone holding food to a closed mouth. No matter how good the food, it cannot enter.
Unless you forget all. Again, this forgetting. Not losing memory, but releasing identification. Letting go of everything you think you know, everything you think you are.
Even the teaching itself must be forgotten. Even this instruction. Even the guru. Only then, the self abides in itself.
11 oil lamps lit around the banyan tree, 1 for each verse of this chapter. Their light glows softly in the gathering dusk.
11 instructions, King. 11 pointers for those still on the path.
11 waves, 1 ocean.
Let me name them for those who will come after. 1. Forget all, even scriptures, even knowledge. 2. The mind's true yearning is for its own source. 3. Exertion itself is the cause of unhappiness. 4. Be a master idler. Act only from nature, never from effort. 5. Be free from the pairs. Done/not done. Should/shouldn't. 6. Neither accept nor reject. Be like the lotus. 7. Pull the root of desire. The whole tree falls. 8. Be like a child. Natural, unburdened, free. 9. Attachment is not about location, it's about identification. 10. Even the ego of enlightenment is bondage. 11. Even gods cannot help if you won't let go.
Dusk deepens into night. The 11 lamps burn steadily. The garden grows quiet. 2 figures sit in perfect stillness.
And now, King, beyond all instructions, beyond all pointers, what is this self-abidance?
It cannot be taught. It can only be lived, not as something you do, as something you are.
And the one who abides?
There is no one, only abiding, only being, only this.
Then the instructions have served their purpose.
The instructions were never needed, but for those who think they need them, they're here, like a map for those who think they're lost.
Night. The 11 lamps glow like earth stars beneath the banyan tree. The garden is quiet, peaceful, perfect. 2 figures sit in the darkness. Not 2, really. Just abidance, aware of itself. Thus ends the 16th chapter of the Ashtavakra Gita. Instructions for self-abidance have been given, practical guidance for those still on the path. But the highest instruction is to see that no instruction is needed. The highest guidance is to recognize that you are already home.
Even if Shiva, Vishnu, or Brahma himself be your instructor, yet unless you forget all, you cannot achieve abidance in the self. Not forget as in lose, forget as in release. Let go of all you think you know. Let go of all you think you are. Then what remains? This, only this.
And when you are this, you don't need instructions. You don't need a path. You don't need a guru. You are what you were seeking. You are home.
One by one, the 11 lamps are gently extinguished. Not needed now, their work done. The garden returns to starlight and silence. 2 figures sit in the darkness. Not 2, really. Just the self, just awareness, just this. Take a quiet moment and reflect. Right now, who is aware of these words? Who is aware of this moment? That awareness is your true nature. If this teaching resonated with you, consider supporting the channel by liking this video and subscribing for more explorations into advaita, meditation and inner awakening. And in the comments below, share what insight touched you the most. Your reflections help this wisdom reach more seekers around the world. Thank you for watching. May peace, clarity and awareness guide your path. Until the next video, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. End of chapter 16.